Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades. And yep, let's just get into it. We could see that we had a bit of a rocky week for the Nasdaq, S&P 500, Dow Jones. Everything was basically down. Fears on the Omicron virus getting worse, and especially on the Fed's more hawkish view on the economy and about raising rates. Right, and right now, I don't even know why everyone is freaking out about rates potentially being raised in the future, because they're still doing quantitative easing, right? Printing billions of dollars, right? Massive amounts of money being printed. So I don't know how you can raise rates when you're still doing QE, right? You got to end QE before you even start to even consider raising rates. And right now we could see inflation at 6.2%. We are going to have some major economic news, or sorry, economic data being released on December 10th. Once again, the core CPI numbers are going to be out this Friday on December 10th. So that's when I'm going to be looking to see what it's going to be. My bet is going to be that's going to be higher. You guys can place your bets. What you think the CPI numbers are going to be. You just need to take this. Remember that this is the government CPI, right? 6.2% is what they report. What in reality it's far, far above. It's 10% and over, more likely. Inflation is it's obviously over 10% and higher. So the market just hasn't realized that, and the market is pricing gold and silver and scarce assets in as in like the Fed is going to actually do something about inflation and raise rates, right? How can they possibly raise rates with such a huge amount of debt and so many people unemployed, and such a they keep saying we need to get unemployment up. How can you get unemployment up when you give such a big incentive for people not to go to work, right? All these government programs incentivizing you to stay at home because of COVID. Yeah, that's coming to an end, it's starting to slow down. But we just got the new virus up, and if the government takes the decision to go back into lockdown and start all these new programs again, then you got COVID 2.0, and it's just going to be just as worse. And this time, the economy is in a bigger of a problem, right? We could see that the gold stocks, Newmont Mining, had a nice little rally near the end of the day. Not too much, 1 to 2.8% for Newmont Mining. We had KL back up to 1.15%, back down to $49, breaking this major trend line as we can see, but finding a bottom near these levels right here at $48, finding a little bit of support here. But we're just gonna have to see what's going to happen. We can even draw a little bit of a horizontal line right here for Kirkland Lake Gold. We could see that oil, priced in 3 months ahead of time for potential COVID losses, right? Oil was at $85 a barrel. We've fallen all the way down to $65 a barrel right now, or $67 a barrel. But we did come back down to this fib retracement level, and we just held it as support for the time being. But we're just gonna have to see. We could see that Suncor Energy right here. Where is my Suncor? Too many stocks to look at. There we go. Suncor Energy back to $30, $30.29. Looking at Enbridge as well, back to $47.89, down from a high of 53 or 54, if you will, down over. Let's take a look here. Measured move of over 11%. Very, very big moves in these stocks, and overall, I think that the market is wrong, and they're pricing it wrong. As like they always do. They think that the Fed is actually going to be able to do something about inflation. If you think that this, monetary policy is deflationary, then you clearly don't understand economics, because printing money with record low interest rates does not cause it to be deflationary at all. It's an inflationary environment, and overall the market is going to realize that over time, and then gold and gold stocks and silver and oil is all going to skyrocket as value stocks become a favored favorite pick for investors. Right now, gold getting a nice bounce from these levels. We're back in this triangle. We could probably come back up to $18.36. Maybe we can find some resistance around that area once again. And silver, breaking down, had a beautiful head and shoulders pattern right here. We broke out, came back to test the support, and then basically fell down along with the rest of the market. So entering some longs right now on silver would not be the worst idea, especially now that we found the bottom on the RSI for the daily time frame. Weekly time frame, however, not looking that great. If we do come down, we could definitely come down to these levels on the RSI, and which could technically push silver down to maybe back down to $21.50. Always be careful when buying on margin. You set your stop losses properly, or else you will get margin called. And we could see the Bitcoin. We'll do a little bit of Bitcoin analysis as well. We can see that Bitcoin took a massive hit today, or not today, overall during this week. We could take a look at the weekly candles if you guys want. Big drop past this major trend line right here. We are now underneath it. Some people were betting on having a wick back up here. I wasn't too sure about that. A wick back up from this pattern should have been like all the way back to like 51,700. So if the price does come back up here, back up to maybe 50,700 or 51,000, I would maybe consider entering some short positions, as we could probably see some more downside in the weeks that are ahead of us. I'm long-term bullish on Bitcoin, but doesn't mean you can't profit from the downside. So some people obviously have their morals set differently and they don't want to short stocks. I completely understand that. You only want a long, that's fine. But I'm going to try and profit both ways. Good Food, a COVID stock, actually holding a little bit of support here. But we're just going to have to see if this actually turns out to be a good level of support, because we definitely have major support coming in at $3 or $3.15 around these levels, or $3.30. But for the time being, it looks like we've come to a halt from all the selling back down to these levels. So, and maybe entering some longs could be a good play right here. Maybe come back to $7, but just be careful, because if we do take another dip, the stock can definitely keep falling, especially if the major indexes push down as well. Let's take a look at the SP 500 as well. We could see that we came back up here to this touch point right here, came back, pushed all the way back after getting rejected at this peak. We came all the way down, and then market got pushed all the way back up, and this time we did not push through. We got once again rejected, tried to go a little bit higher, and then eventually came back down. But is this going to be a major market crash? But we're just gonna have to see what happens with COVID and all this fundamental news, right? The fundamentals have changed for a lot of these indexes and commodities, right? So like oil, was looking really strong, and then suddenly COVID happened and we had that major dump because everyone's pricing in oil to not be used, and it could be a huge not shortage, but huge reduction in demand of oil. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful information for you guys, and if you like these Sunday stock analysis videos, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll keep making them. Also, we released the Crypto Mickey merch website. It's going to be in the description. You guys can definitely check it out. Leave your comments in the chat. See if you guys like it. Peace.